everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the very last video of 2025. And this video is my January TBR. I'm so excited to get this TBR started because I've not done a TBR for a couple of months now because obviously I wasn't really filming for YouTube. But I have a new way of picking out my TBR, which I'm excited about. I downloaded some printable TBR cards off of Etsy. I will put the name of the Etsy shop here, and I will also link them below. I got these for like really cheap, and then I just printed them out double-sided on my printer, and I think they're just so cute, and they've got some really good little prompts on them. So I think I'm going to pick out probably 6 to 8 books for this TBR. And then we will add them to the ever trusty TBR basket. So let's get going. Let's pick out the first prompt. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the card quickly, and then I'm going to just pick a random one from the middle of the stack because that just makes my life way easier. So if I can shuffle them, I'm very bad at shuffling. You should know this about me. Okay, and then I'm going to fan them out like that, and then I'm gonna pick a random card and show it you guys first. Okay, what have I got? Read a book with an ugly cover. Okay, great start here. Let's find a book with an ugly cover. I don't really tend to have books with ugly covers because I don't like books with ugly covers. Oh god. Wait, I may have one. Okay, the one I'm going to go with, it isn't one on my physical TBR, but I have the arc for book 2 in this series, so I want to read book 1 first, and I wouldn't say this cover is overly ugly, but it's a cover with real people on, and I hate covers with real people on. So I'm going to go with Love Me, I Dare You by Bellamy Roswell. This book has already come out in the arc, and I didn't read it in time. I hadn't read book 2 in time before it came out, but oh well. That is the first book on this TBR. So I'm going to pop this to the side so I don't accidentally pick it again, and then let's pick out number 2. Okay, read a short book to help reach your reading goal. Okay, so because it's the start of the year, it doesn't really matter, but let's find a short book. I think I'm going to go with Signs of Cupidity by Raven Kennedy. I got this in March or May. Actually, I think it was May of 24. I've had it for a while, and it's quite a short book, and I just kind of want to read it to see if I actually like it. So yeah, I think that's going to be the first book I add to my TBR. Well, technically second book, because the first book was the one with the ugly cover. Okay, let's go again. Drop one on the floor. Oh, didn't go on the floor, it landed on my bed. Okay, we got choose a book from the top of your shelf. Okay, okay, I've read all the ones on this shelf, apart from Girl Abroad, and then there's one on that shelf there. I think I know which one I'm going to go for. I'm picking a book that has been on many a TBR. We have House of Flame and Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, and it's a book from one of the top shelves of my shelf. I'm really excited to read this, but I'm also scared because look how thick this book is. Do you know what? Starting next year with a Sarah J Maas book, we'll just be, you know, continuing the tradition of this year. Because I started this year by finishing the Throne of Glass series. Okay. So we've got 3 books so far. Let's pick a new one. What we got? A romance. Okay, I own plenty of romances. Let's have a look-see, Leo. I know what I'm going to pick. Okay, the romance I'm going to go with is Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold. I read Nanny for the Neighbour a couple of months ago and I really enjoyed it, and I've heard this one is really good as well. So that is going to be my romance pick and my 4th pick of the video. I think I am going to do 8, so let's do 4 more. So drop them on the floor. I dropped multiple on the floor. But the one's back in the stack. This one is read the first book you touch on your shelf with your eyes closed. Okay, let's close my eyes and pick a book from my shelf. Okay, I've got my hand landed on That Kind of Guy by Stephanie Archer. Do you know what, Slay? I like Stephanie Archer. I'm realising this is a very romance-heavy TBR, but I'm not even surprised because most of my books are romance ones. So that is book number 5, so let's do 3 more. So I'm just gonna do this, split the pile in half, and whatever's there I get. We have read a book with less than 200 pages. Do I own any books with less than 200 pages? I don't think I do. Give me a minute. Okay, I think the one I'm going to go with is the one that I'm doing for a reading vlog. It's called The Four Leaf by Lee Jacquot, I think it is. I don't know. I'm doing a reading vlog on my channel, which is definitely coming out in, I think, February time? I don't know. But yeah, this is, oh my God, 106 pages. So that definitely fulfills the prompt of read a book with less than 200 pages. So that is book number, so 2 on my Kindle, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6. So just need to do 2 more prompts. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the method of, like, you know, shuffling them a little bit, and then I'll just like pick up half the pile, and then whatever's on the top of the pile we get. Okay, so let's do this. Read a book you have avoided. Okay, there's plenty of books I've avoided. I think the one I'm going to go with is A Thousand Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole. I've been avoiding this book just because I don't want to deal with the emotional damage it's probably going to cause me. I've had this on my shelf for a while because I got this when it first came out. And when did this book get published? In 2024, last year. Okay. I suppose I should add it to the TBR then. Geez. Okay, time to pick the last book. Okay, let's shuffle the pile again, like that, and then a book with a white cover. Do I own any books with white covers? Well, I do have one with a white cover, but it's one that I've already read. Okay, it's not a fully white cover, but it's got a good chunk of white on it. So I'm going with this one, which is Alive and Wells by Bailey Hannah. This is a little cowboy romance. I picked it up from the works a little while ago and it looked very good and it sounded quite interesting. So I think this is a good book to add to the January TBR. And I am now realising that I've literally only got one fantasy book in this entire TBR. The rest of it is all romance. Apparently January is the month of romance. Okay, so let's go back over all the books that I picked for this TBR. The first prompt we had was read a book with an ugly cover. I went with, 1 second, let me double check the title. Love Me, I Dare You by Bellamy Roswell. Then for prompt number 2, they said, read a short book to help you reach your reading goal. I went with Signs of Cupidity by Raven Kennedy. For prompt number 3, we got choose a book from the top of your shelf. I went with House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. For prompt 4, we got romance, so I went with Say King with Benefits by Lily Gold. For prompt number 5, we got read the first book you touch on your a shelf with your eyes closed, so I went with That Kind of Guy by Stephanie Archer. For prompt number 6, I got read a book with less than 200 pages, so I went with the Four Leaf by Lee Jacquot, I think it is, if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Oh well. For number 7, I got read a book you have avoided, so I went with 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole. And then for the final prompt, we got a book with a white cover, so I went with Alive and Wells by Bailey Hannah, which isn't completely white, but it's majoritively white, so I'm calling that a win, because I don't have any fully white book covers. So these are all of the books that I got for my January TBR. This is very much a very romance-heavy TBR, but I'm not complaining, because I love me a good romance book. These all look very fun little books, so I'm excited to read all of these. I'm a little scared about this one, but you know, obviously we've got the 2 that are on my Kindle, which I'll put pictures of here. But yeah, this is the first official TBR of 2026. I hope you guys enjoyed and still enjoy me doing my TBR videos, because I enjoy doing them. Even though I don't always read the books in my TBR, it's always fun just to have a TBR video there. But yeah, it's good to have a list of books that I said I want to read, but even though, you know, I normally don't. Okay, but that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe and hit that little notification bell below so you know when I upload. I upload every Wednesday at 5 PM with a video like this, and then every Saturday at 4 PM with a reading vlog. But that's it for today. I will catch you guys later.